So a new Resident Evil 9 demo was released a few days ago, and I'm very excited to watch it with you guys. I mean, it's no surprise by now that we all know that Leon S. Kennedy is back, and yeah, it's just so unreal to have him back after years since Resident Evil 6 in a new Resident Evil game. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm super excited. Let's just watch this.
Mr. Kennedy, we need to leave immediately.
What's going on?
I don't know what's happening. Some kind of mass hysteria. The hospital is on lockdown.
Bro, there's a zombie, brother.
Doctor.
Leon, shoot it. Homie. Okay, look, okay, first of all, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pause so early into this, but I don't know, I just thought that was just so out of character. Like, obviously, that's a zombie. You saw, like, how he walked. Like, he walked in super zombie-ish, like. And then Leon just stood there, and above that, he's got a whole chainsaw in his hand, and Leon just doesn't shoot him? That just feels so out of character. Leon has had experience with this in the past. I don't think he just let that slide like that. I don't know if I like that, man. I don't know. That's just brutal. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to pause again, but can we just talk about how old he looks? Wow. Wow, he looks so old. How old is he in this game? It's like 50, and what's down his neck? It's like, is he still infected? No, I mean, we got rid of the last plague guys in Resident Evil 4, so there must be something new. That's interesting. Ooh. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, when Resident Evil 4 came out, the OG Resident Evil 4 that I played on the PS2, I was so obsessed with Leon. I like wanted to have the same haircut as him. I wanted to act like him. I mean, obviously I can't have the same haircut as him, but I was just, pause. I loved him, but as a character, if you know what I mean. But yeah.
I want a second opinion.
He's still got the jokes at least. Oh yes. I love that they've kept that from Resident Evil 4, but it's a tomahawk now. Oh! I love it. I love it. The combat feels so sick. It's so grounded. It's so heavy. It's definitely not as fluid as the Resident Evil 4 remake. There's still some elements from that which I absolutely love, but it still feels so... there's more of a oomph to it. I love it. That's awesome. Not as many backflips as I was hoping. He sort of does, not backflips, round kicks. He sort of does like a little flip, but then he just stomps their head. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, how old is he here? He's like 50 or something. I think I already said that, but...
Hey, over here.
Jeez.
You okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Leon Kennedy, DSO.
CSO. I'm Grace. Ashcroft. FBI.
FBI. What are you doing here?
Someone kidnapped me.
Victor Gideon.
I don't know.
Well, we should leave.
Deja vu, deja vu. It's like Resident Evil 4 all over again.
What does Victor want with you?
What?
Grace,
What do you
he
mean?
grabbed you for a reason.
He knows he's there.
Wait, you're DSO.
Oh, that's so
That's
cool.
The counter bioterrorism agency, right?
Take this.
You sure?
You might need it. Now go. Get out of here.
Okay, can I just say, he's so much more calm and cautious. Like, look, we can tell that Victor, I'm assuming that's Victor, is watching Leon S. Kennedy. He's on this side of the bars, and we can see Leon is there, right? And he's watching Leon from the other side of the hallway with his night vision goggles. And when the doors start to shut, he keeps his composure. But look, he turns around. He knows he's there. He can't see Jack, but he knows he's there. That is so cool. That just shows, like, after years of experience, he has that instinct now. He's not caught by surprise anymore like he used to, maybe in Resident Evil 2 or maybe sometimes Resident Evil 4 when he wasn't as experienced. But it's just so cool to see how calm, like, he didn't panic, he didn't hesitate or anything. He just, there's something down this hallway. I'm gonna give this gun to Grace just in case anything happens to her. I love it. Right, I forgot you can also play this game in first person, which is pretty cool. It'll be very interesting to see how Leon will play in first person as well, even though I think I prefer to play him in a third person perspective. But I guess because this game is split by two characters, Grace and Leon, one is more, I'm not trapped in here with the zombies, the zombies are trapped in here with me, aka Leon, and then I'm gonna shit my pants, I'm gonna die, aka Grace. And I think the first person perspective definitely fits Grace's character a lot more than Leon's character. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool to switch between them whenever and however you like and just experiment with it. Oh, come on, Leon, you could have at least given her some more ammo. Shoot him! Woo!
Jesus.
Could she have struck him or maybe pushed him? Yeah, it had melee attacks, so she also has melee attacks. But what's also really cool is that, I don't know, like, these zombies still seem to have some cognitive function. They're not just mindless zombies. They're a little bit of a mix of maybe Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 2 zombies, where they're not completely mindless, but they still showcase typical, stereotypical mindless zombie behavior. But then they also do like things like they can talk, like the doctor zombie said, "Calm down," and this butcher zombie was also butchering. And there you go. I'm assuming that's the cleaning lady. She's compulsively cleaning. So they still, like I said before, they still have some cognitive function, which is very interesting to see. This is a completely different version of these zombies, I suppose. Okay, I'm thinking maybe she was maybe a singer or a performer of some sort, the zombie in the white dress. And maybe that's why she screams to deafen Grace. I think it's super interesting that they're going down this route where the zombies still maintain some sort of function from their previous lives, or some sort of maybe personality or feature of their human selves that's carried on to whatever they've become now. I think that's pretty cool because it makes it feel more than just a zombie outbreak. It actually makes it feel more like a virus or a disease that's taken over. But it also then makes me wonder what happens when Grace gets bitten like this, or when Leon also gets bitten like this. Is that canon or is that part of just the gameplay? I think it's very interesting. So I'm assuming also Grace's sections are going to be a lot more puzzle focused as well. Oh!
Shit.
Okay, so her melee attack is more of a push. But they are not holding back on the gore, and I absolutely love that. Oh! Holy cow! I am so excited to see all the types of enemies in this game. Oh my god. Alright, baby, we're back with Leon. Let's go. He's still rocking that outfit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wonder why he's a little bit hunched over like that. Oh my god. I love how he still makes those snarky comments. But he is ruthless. No way. He still got it.
I think I want a second opinion.
Alright, so pretty much everything else is just everything, nothing new. We've seen everything else before. Like, when I first saw Leon come back, my first instinct wasn't to be super hyped. I mean, I was super hyped, but like, I was like, okay, interesting choice, because Leon isn't necessarily a character that Capcom just throws around. When Leon shows up, it usually has a deeper meaning to it. And then when I saw the gameplay, I was like, yep, Capcom kind of cooked. I don't know, maybe it's just because Leon is a bit nostalgic to me, but I think the way he moves, the way the camera sticks to him, the way the combat feels, it all says something. And the more I watched, the more I realized this Leon feels different, and not by accident. Like, the first thing you notice when Leon is not on screen, when Leon is on screen, it's not the enemies, it's not the gun, it's the movement. When Leon turns, there's weight to it. He doesn't snap, he doesn't glide, he shifts. His posture feels grounded, almost cautious, like every step matters. And when I saw that, I actually had to pause the footage and rewind it, because Capcom has done fast, fluid Leon before. They've done stylish Leon. They've done borderline superhero Leon. So slowing him down like this, that felt more of like a choice from a design standpoint. And like the trailer said, we will be seeing Leon likely to be pushed to his limits in this game. It means the game wants you to feel close to the danger. It wants enemies in your space. It wants moments when you hesitate for half a second, but not to, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? Not to like undermine Leon, but to emphasize the survival horror and emphasize that Leon is still capable despite being pushed to the edge. And the crazy part is, this is a character who survived Raccoon City, the Resident Evil 4, whatever the events of Resident Evil 4, global bioterrorism, and whatever Resident Evil 6 was. And yet here he is moving like someone who knows how bad things can get. It's the experience of it. It's a new type of Leon that we haven't seen before, and I'm so excited for it. But to really understand why this version of Leon feels different, you really have to look at every Leon that came before him. You know, Resident Evil 2 Leon was the rookie, straight up. He's a kid with a badge walking into hell by accident. He doesn't know what he's doing, and that's why Resident Evil 2 works so well. We're learning together. Every bullet matters. Every hallway is terrifying. Leon reacts to things the same way we do. Mechanically, the game reinforces it. Slow movement, limited ammo, tight spaces. You're not in control, you are surviving. And so to see them implement some of those aspects into Resident Evil 9, but maintaining the experience that Leon has now, and that Leon is a badass at this point in his career, is a very unique twist to the whole Leon character. Because when you think about Leon, you don't think about Resident Evil 2, you don't think about Resident Evil 6, you think about Resident Evil 4, the man who shoots zombies for fun and makes a quirky joke about it. And then Resident Evil 6 came out, and then honestly, it was a little bit underrated in terms of characterization, but it was like that sort of burnt out Leon. A Leon who wasn't so flashy anymore, but he was almost too capable. Like he could roll, slide, and shoot while moving, and he was like super powerful, and the horror almost took like a back seat because the character has already been through hell multiple times, and so that was like the most experienced Leon we had so far. So it felt almost a little bit disconnected, but that's why it makes RE9 Leon so fascinating, because RE9 Leon doesn't move like RE6 Leon at all. He's slower, again, more deliberate. His animations don't scream confidence, they scream, again, I'm cautious, it's not fear, it's not weakness, I'm just gonna be careful. And I think that's something that also comes with age. Like the more you grow up, the more confident you feel about yourself, you feel in your own skin, you feel about what you want to do in life, and so you tend to be more cautious than anything. And Capcom didn't bring Leon just to make him cool again, they brought him back to make him feel heavy. Like every step feels earned, every encounter feels dangerous. Even though this guy arguably is one of the most experienced humans in the entire franchise, but that contrast is like, mwah, mwah, love it. So I don't think this is just gonna be another Leon adventure. Honestly, I think this might be his last real run. I don't know why. I've done a little bit of research, and I think he's, like I said earlier in this video, I think he's somewhere in his 50s at this point. So I don't know why. Is this going to be the last Resident Evil game with Leon in it chronologically? I do think this actually might be his last run. Not because he's weak, not because he's irrelevant, but because this version of Leon just feels complete. The tone is serious, the gameplay is grounded, there's no showboating. It feels like Capcom is saying goodbye. I don't know. But yeah, it does feel like Capcom is saying goodbye properly, and if that is true, then I'm glad this is how they're doing it, because I think that's exactly how they should do it. And if Resident Evil 9 keeps this energy up, this slower, tighter, more deliberate pace, especially with Leon, then I think Capcom is doing something good. It's not just cooking, they're like refining Resident Evil for like a bazillion-ish millionth time. And honestly, I'm in. Let them cook. That's it.